if you ever find yourself lacking motivation or ditching your goals halfway through, you want to keep watching this video because today I'll share a few tips and tricks how to sustain long-term motivation. My name is Milda and I help women overcome emotional eating and bad relationship with food, and I do that through nutritional coaching. So if you ever feel like quitting or ditching your goals halfway through or somewhere along the way, it's actually really common to do so, and I see that happening in my clinic at around third, fourth month of the program with working with clients. And in today's world, in today's modern world, we live in the world of instant gratification, and we see proof around us, like social media, magazines. We see all sorts of diets, weight loss magazines, and we see people talking about changing habits really quickly. And I think because of that, we think that some change takes a very little short time to happen. And I think it's important to remember whether you're changing weight loss goals, changing habits, or anything to do with food. I think it's really important to remember how long you had this habit for and putting that into a bigger picture, into context. And sometimes it's good to realize that it's probably going to take a little bit longer than you think or you want to think to change those habits, and consistency and commitment normally is key. So yes, normally oh, yes, what I wanted to share with you is the other day I read something that said, no one can motivate us, just ourselves. So that motivation has to come from within. And that was quite interesting. And I do see that other people can inspire you, but they can never take action for you, and they can never take those steps for you. So a few tips that I have for motivating yourself and moving forward is firstly trying to make up some mini goals. So either it's taking every day as it comes, or putting some little bit of structure in the week and having small challenges to get back to, or taking it day by day, week by week, rather than focusing on why is my goal not here yet. It's also really important to reflect on how far you've come. Even if it's just committing to that goal or committing to changing those habits, that's already a huge step. It's also really important to remember your big why. So why are you doing this in the first place? Why did you commit to it in the first place? And see if your motivation and that wanting to reach that goal is still as strong. Staying accountable is really, really important. If you don't have someone you're working with, it could be useful to maybe find a friend to be accountable for, or a partner, or even being accountable to yourself. So making an accountability date with yourself every week, and perhaps journaling or writing through, working through some goals can be really, really useful. I would suggest to also use visualization. Research shows that people who both take action and visualize achieve results much quicker rather than people who do one or the other. So of course I'm not saying we visualize there and sit there, visualize and don't take any action, but that can be a really nice complementary tool. And my personal suggestion would be to always have some hand-on inspiration. And what I mean by that is perhaps you follow a thought leader, an author, or a podcast or something like that that really inspires you, or even just having an inspiring playlist. So when you're feeling a bit down and your motivation is lagging, it's a really good idea to listen to that. And hopefully if you're focusing on food habits and weight loss or changing habits, try to have something slightly different that you listen to, that inspiration being a bit different, so you're not always thinking about that. If you'd like to know a little bit more of my work and stay accountable, or find someone to be accountable with, head over to my website, nutritionpower.co.uk, and you can get a bit more information there. So I hope this helps, and see you soon.